Hi everyone, I've got a 2010 QX56 and what I've got is the driver's side window will not go back up once I put it down. Basically the window would go down, I'd operate the up switch and nothing would happen. All the other switches work fine, so basically took that off, tested the switch. The switch is fine. So the other thing I noticed was in that down position, when I held the switch up, if I put some pressure and hit the door on the side there, the window would go up. So that was my other indication it was a motor. So basically what I'm going to do is I've ordered a part to replace the motor, the regulator, and the rails. I'll show you a picture of that and what tools I used, and a quick summary of what it took to get this job done. Thanks. Tools needed for this job are a 10mm hex, 8mm hex, flathead screwdriver, and you can use a ratchet if you want. This is the replacement part ordered from Amazon. It was $65 and it worked great for this job. There are some videos out there to replace only the motor or regulator, but when I pulled out the old part, you'll see that the regulator and cables were all falling apart. I decided it was easier just to order the whole assembly and replace the whole thing. To take the door cover off, inside panel, you've actually got four screws on this door. Two right here behind the little panel, and then two there behind another panel. And then it's fairly straightforward. There's little plastic snaps, just like you see on most. Just snap those and lift it off the top. And then same in reverse. Here's a shot with the liner reinstalled, the cables pulled through for the door handles, and then the power for the lights and the controls. The speaker actually sits on top of the white liner, so just have to pull this. I pulled the speaker off also so I could get to the window easier inside the door. So it just takes a little finagling to get the liner positioned back behind the speaker when you're ready to put it back together. Once you remove the liner, you'll be able to see the 4 bolts where the 2 window rails attached to the door frame, and 2 bolts where the clamps on the rails attached to the window. Removing those 6 bolts will enable you to remove the actual old unit and temporarily hold the window in place. After removing the old motor and window tracks, I used a piece of cardboard to keep the window in the up position while I installed the new motor and tracks. This is a shot of the new unit before it was installed. You'll notice on the 2 rails at the top, I've got the 2 gold bolts already positioned in the holes so it'll line up when I insert into the door. Just insert the new window assembly through this hole in the bottom of the door, working it upwards towards the top. And just align the 2 gold screws through these holes where the old unit was fastened, attaching the 2 screws at the bottom to attach the new window motor in place. Once you remove the cardboard from the door that holds the window up, you can just slowly lower the window down so that the 2 white plastic fasteners fit into the slots on the new window motor assembly. Same thing on the left side. The actual window just slides down slowly, and there's 2 white clamps that will sit inside the door window metal holders there. Then you can just insert the 2 bolts into those clamps, and that'll fasten the window securely to the holders. Then it's a matter of taking the power, feeding it between the window and the guides and the actual door frame, and then connecting it to the existing power. Then I just reattach the switch using these 2 connectors to get power back on the vehicle, and just tried it out and make sure that the window is going to operate as it should. So just try this out here. After installing the window and testing out the motor a few times, I was noticing a little bit of noise. So I used this super lube that I've used for other jobs and put a little bit of very light grease right along the track where the white plastic piece runs, just to quiet it down a little bit.
Then it's a matter of reinstalling the door panel. You've got the 4 screws to reattach, inserting the controls back into the door, and then connecting cables to each of the components I'm showing here, as well as the electrical connections to the seat positioning switches, as well as the light at the bottom of the door. And then that'll basically do it. Snap it back into place with the snaps and the screw.
Now the last thing to do on this window is to reset the anti-pinch mechanism. With the auto up feature, it has a mechanism that won't allow the window to go all the way up if something's in the way, obstructing. So all you do for that, I had to look this up, I forgot all about it. I thought I did something wrong with my window, but just run the window down all the way down to the position, and hold the switch down for 3, 4, 5 seconds. Let it go, run the switch all the way up, and then hold it at the top for 5 seconds. Hold the switch, 3, 4, 5. So now the window's programmed, and you should be able to use the auto down feature and the auto up feature. All right, and we're back in business. Thanks all.